Evening all, welcome back to the Dark Zone in The Division. Now this is going to be mostly just a little bit of PvP. In fact, I think it's mostly PvP. It was us hunting rogues and then becoming rogues and being hunted and killed instantly because of my silly mistake, which you'll see in a moment. So pretty much, I would say the Dark Zone has descended at level 30 into a pretty tense time for anybody who wants to become a rogue, because everybody who is a rogue gets hunted like crazy. You would expect Tommy Lee Jones to be running behind them with a walkie-talkie because it's that level of hunted now. Pretty much, I would say these guys were trying to do something clever here. I don't know if they were trying to get a manhunt going. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't, I don't know. But either way, this was pretty cool. I would probably suggest these guys didn't mean to go rogue. As later on in the footage you'll see me be a silly bugger and get the team go rogue, and we got wiped out as well. So yeah, the only difference I would say between in the level 30s, if you like, is some people are running purples still, some people are running a mixture of golds, and some people are running equipment handed to them from God. Because as you'll see later, I start shooting some dude with my newly discovered Vector. So in the last video, we spoke about the Vector ACR 45 VCP LOL ROH. I don't know, whatever. That's the gun there. And as you can see, it's all right. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd recommend it. I think it's probably one of the best SMGs you can get. I don't know if it's particularly got enough rounds in it, but it seems to punch. So, you know, recommended, possibly. But I would probably say that when you come across dudes in the Dark Zone, you never know if they're kind of all gold men or if they're like me at this point, where it's kind of a mixture, but mostly not. So I think particularly when later on in this video you'll see we do encounter a group who I feel were all gold, because they just mow through all three of us in seconds, and it's like, oh dear. So I guess that's what these guys have done, is they've accidentally shot someone and they're now rogue. It looks like one's killed one, actually. As you can see, guy has gone rogue there, but I'm willing to bet that pretty much they're going to have a bad time, because the whole map is descending upon them now. What you can't see on the other side is a group of 4 shimmying up the rope on that side to fight them there, and we're keeping them pinned on this side, and they're all dead and gone. And look at that, we actually got pretty nice reward for that. So, you know, this is probably one of the nice things about the Dark Zone, is that there is this collective policing of each other that I quite like. So yes, you can be a ganking, griefy ganker, but the likelihood is you're going to meet a load of do-gooders like us who want good rewards and your loot. So this is why doing Dark Zone rogue stuff is giving you the chance that you could get yourself in trouble. So just bear that in mind. Now, that group we just killed have now just decided, headshot motherfucker, have just decided to spawn in the safe house right next to this point. If you know where we are in DZ2, they have just decided to spawn there, and they're not happy that they just got killed by the other group. And what I'm doing here is I'm running back for ammo now, and we're just about to encounter them again. I love the fact that they've got balls the size of watermelons to actually continue on the fight like they do, but hey, you know, I'm not going to complain. I don't mind. PvP is such a lovely thing in general. I think just seeing it in this game is quite cool. There is a bit too much of a penalty, so let's talk about that. There is going to be a change, so I'm told, in the severity of going rogue, which I kind of agree with. I think it should be a bit more... I'm surprised, actually, how high the penalty was. So, you know, the penalty is, if you shoot someone, right... Basically, oh, here we go, look. So look upon the balcony there, you'll see that they're about to shoot down. There we go, boosh. And it's all going to begin again. Gotta love it. What I think is interesting is that the penalty for shooting somebody is a little bit too much. So I would have it that at rank 1... Well, let's think about that. What I think the penalty will be is that maybe less people see you on the map. It does feel a bit easy that, you know, when we see a rogue icon come up, we just run straight towards them. And I think it does feel as if there's not enough of a penalty for us to shoot them. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make any sense, does it? But for me, it just feels as if it should be a little bit more free PvP. What I would have done, actually, just a thought, I know it's probably not possible, but I would have actually made it so that there were parts of the DZ where the rogue status wouldn't show up. So, and this is probably what we're going to do in Central Park, I imagine. So here, the TAC net, or whatever you want to call it, is still working, so that when an agent goes rogue, it can signal that that agent has gone rogue. And I think this is kind of safe PvP, if you know what I mean. It's safe, kind of PvP. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh my god, this is going to get nasty now. And then look, so the enemy gang is killed very quickly. We get rewards and points, but look, the gang killing them also went rogue. But look, a collective bro agreement between us all meant we didn't kill them, and they were able to run away, and I don't think anyone else killed them. But look how many players there are. Look at that. There's like 10 maybe players plus looking to cause trouble. I think the poor guys that actually did stop the rogue status actually did then get hunted down and killed, which is maybe the problem. So maybe that's the way to think of it, is that, you know, if you kill me and I then come after you, then maybe there should be a bit of leeway somewhere that says if you shoot a division player while trying to shoot a rogue, maybe it shouldn't. I don't know. It's a very difficult thing to do. It becomes very much a clusterfuck very quickly. So there we go. We were actually assuming that they would spawn here again and fight, but it did appear that they immediately left the map. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if they just quit. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But funny, interesting thing did happen, which was Juno joined the gang, and then all of a sudden it put us in a different instance of the dark zone. So those 10 players that were right here disappeared. They've gone completely, which is quite interesting to a degree. I think I didn't know that was how it worked. It must have a cap of like 10, 20, something like that players in the dark zone. I must look that up because it would be interesting to know what the particulars of that are. But I think generally I would say the way that this is kind of shaping up is nice. The dark zone is a bit harsh. It would be nice if it was less harsh. It feels like it just needs if you want to be a naughty boy, you should be able to be a bit more of a naughty boy. But I would grade it, so maybe it's like dark zone 1 to 4 is where if you as it is today, if you kill anyone, it's going to really mess you up. But maybe 5 and 6, because you're getting further away from the command center, maybe that is where it starts to like less control or less show you, so you could hide maybe. I don't know, I'm just spitballing ideas, but for me, I would like to see the rogue status being a bit more open. But the thing is, it's tricky because while I think a lot of players at the moment are still trying to get that loot thing going. So what they're doing is they're playing the game to get loot, to either sell, to buy whatever. It feels as if there's still that desire to try and not kill everyone and get your loot out safely. So I'm amazed still that at extraction zones we've only been attacked twice by complete idiots at lower levels. At level 30 we've not been attacked once, yet multiple people extract and are trying to extract. Everybody kind of covers each other and everybody covers each other's back. It does feel a bit weird. There's not much PvP at level 30 is what Cyrix told me, and it's true. Pretty much nobody wants to fight at level 30. But they do want to kill you while they're in the map. Sometimes you see groups go rogue, and to me that just suggests the players that have got all gold, they've got bored of it now. There's nothing really more to do in the dark zone, so let's just go and grief people. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love that. I think that's actually what's needed. There should be this ability to hide. And when you see this kind of group of very disgruntled gold bitter vets come by, that you actually do hide from them and you are able to basically just take cover and keep away, because all they're looking to do is grief and cause trouble. I don't know if this will be the way it continues on, and I think this survival mode is quite interesting as well. I am curious about what this survival mode potentially will bring. It could mean that food and water become a thing. It could mean that you've got a limited amount of ammo and then that's it. I don't know. I'm curious. I want to know really where it's going, because it could become one of the really nice survival parts of the game that is missing at the moment. You don't need food and water. You don't need to worry about this and that. It's all pretty, and the fact the mechanics are in there already, so you do collect water, you do collect canned food and things like that. I can see it becoming so that Central Park and the north of the map, there's no friendly zone anywhere, and you start to actually you get hunger and so on. I do think that could potentially be something that they go down, and that would be pretty cool. I'm excited about that. I think the next one that confuses me slightly is the tunnels expansion. I'm not sure how that will work. Tunnels? I don't know. I'm not sure. It just reminds me of Core Combat from PlanetSide 1, which was a terrible expansion that didn't work. And I guess I'm just a bit nervous where you've got something like that. Plus where you've got to pay for it. So a vast majority of people obviously have done some form of DLC, I guess. But there will be people who haven't. So, the fact is you're not going to have the same population underneath the map as on top of it. So that, again, could be an issue. I don't think it'll be a massive one, but I would fear that would become a thing, more or less. There we go. Oh my god, there we go. Look at me being a complete twat. I thought that was an enemy, an NPC, and it was a group of very, very high-level gang dudes who just completely rip us up. I'm gutted. I'm disappointed. I can't believe I did it. I'm an idiot, and they just grenade the shit out of us. And I'm so sorry to my gang. I mean, I did kill one of them almost. There we go. Look, I basically get one of them down, but yeah, I didn't mean to shoot these guys, but oh god, and I had to pop my special, I think. Yeah, so I've popped my special, and I should have been running away at this point, but I didn't. I tried to fight them, so I'm not sure why. Basically 3 versus 1 is never going to end well, and yeah, pretty much it's not looking good. Evade is never going to work. I'll give you the TLDR, I do die, they get me, because I just can't run away quick enough. They've just got the ability to put damage on me. There's nowhere to really run to, and this is actually my first death in the Dark Zone, so as a rogue, let's say. And there we go, boosh. So I just give up, because there's no point. What's the point? And basically, I deny you your elbow kill, sir. I deny you this. And there we go. But fun stuff. I must admit, this was just the way the Dark Zone works is a lot of fun. Huge amount of just potential, I think. And I think at the moment, a lot of people are still gearing up. Eventually, that's just going to become, I've got my gear, I'm now going to ruin your day. And I can't wait for that, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.